Today I am cleaning out my pantry with you. I've had a lot of requests to do cleaning videos, and it's not something that I typically do on my channel, but because life has really gotten away from me and I have been so stinking busy that things like this pantry are out of control right now, literally out of control. When I open these pantry doors up, you are going to see exactly what I mean. It has probably been I can't even venture to guess how long actually it's been since I have cleaned this thing out. It has never truly been as organized as I'd like it to be. So this time I've gone to the 99-cent store, I've gone to the Dollar Tree, I've gotten some Tupperware items and some organizing bins, and now I am going to do it so it will stay organized and it will be easy to see what all is in this pantry. So let's get to it and let's start cleaning this thing out and see how great it looks at the end. Okay everybody, it is the next morning because I will tell you that I stayed up pretty stinking late last night because I was on a mission to do all of the cabinets. I initially started off just wanting to do this one pantry, but once I got started, I realized that today was trash day and that I wanted to get whatever trash that needed to be thrown out, any food that might have been expired that had been pushed to the back. I wanted to get it out and put in the trash so it wasn't sitting in our trash all week. And so like I said, I stayed up pretty late because I was on a mission last night and I finished it and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. During the course of cleaning this out, like many of you, I have older teenage kids. And with that comes some battles. And some of the battles that I have been facing with my kids and stuff in the pantry or stuff in the refrigerator is if you take the last item, throw the box out. Or if you eat the rest of the cereal and there isn't enough left for another bowl, just pour the rest of it in your cereal bowl and throw the box out. Don't put the minimal amount that is left in the cereal box back in the cupboard. I went to the 99-cent store. I picked up quite a few bins and storage containers to help maintain how neat it stays and how organized it stays. And I think the bins that I picked up and that I am utilizing in the pantry, I think that it is going to work. There's almost no way for it not to. So come on and let me show you how nice and pretty this looks. Starting here on the top shelf, this is my breakfast shelf. We've got cereals in their new containers here that I got from the 99-cent store. They were $1.99 a piece. When I looked at Walmart, they were like $3 and $4 a piece. And so I didn't mind paying $1.99 for these. I label them with what cereal they are, and I put the expiration date on the labels. The labels that I'm using are the chalkboard labels that you can get at Walmart. You can get a 6-pack for $1. The best part about this is that you can just wipe it off when you're adding a new cereal and you put your new expiration date. Behind the cereal, I also used these bins for rice. We are a big rice family. We like jasmine rice and we like this brown rice quite a bit. And so these are perfect containers for those. And I stick those in the back because they're not something that I'm gonna be using on a daily basis. And so that way we're not constantly pulling containers out to get to what we need. I also use a container for our coffee beans. This I love. And when you come over here, I've got these stackable bins that the 99-cent store carries for 99 cents a piece. These are perfect for things like Pop-Tarts. We usually buy about 3 boxes of Pop-Tarts because Ray likes to put them in his lunch for work or just take it and grab it and eat it in the car on the way to work. And so what I do is I just take a Sharpie marker and I label each Pop-Tart. So that way we know what flavor it is. This helps because if there's only 1 Pop-Tart left in a box and maybe 2 in another box, I'm not wasting space of 2 Pop-Tart boxes in this pantry. And I can see what's left. I can visibly see without having to open up the box. And the same goes for our oatmeal. Like I said, we eat a lot of oatmeal, and so this is perfect because I think I have maybe 4 different flavors of oatmeal, and that way I don't have 4 different boxes taking up space in my pantry. These overnight oats are amazing. I absolutely love these. You put whole milk in them and maybe a little bit of Greek yogurt in it the night before. You pop it in your refrigerator, and in the morning, it makes for an amazing breakfast. Coming down to our next shelf is our rices and pastas. This one didn't need many organizational bins. I did use this bin that I already had on hand for my bagged pasta here in the back and the packets of pasta that Kayla likes to get when she just wants to make herself something real quick after school. And I also use these stackable bins for the top ramen. The bottom shelf here, I've got our soups, and I am also using these bins for Allie's fruit cups. This is another great way of not having to store 3 or 4 different packs of fruits when you can just stick them in these bins, and each fruit cup has its expiration date on it, so we don't need to worry about that. And we are a big hot cocoa family, so we've got 2 bins full of different flavored hot cocos. And we've got Allie's yogurt pouches and applesauce and vegetable pouches here. That is another great space saver because these come in a 4-pack, and I buy probably 3 different flavors for her just to rotate them in her lunch. So between the applesauce and the yogurts, we've got another 5 boxes that are taking up space, and now they're all just in this stackable bin, and I can visibly see when we're running low and what we need. And down here on the bottom shelf, we've just got a lot of our canned goods, our beans, our vegetables, some quick things for the kids to eat. And I did use a bin for my dried beans because I do like to make dried pinto beans quite often. I also did the cabinet above, which was my baking cabinet. And so some of the things that I kind of came up with up here, I was really happy with. I made a second trip to the 99-cent store because I wanted some of these baskets. In this basket, I put all of my cookie cutters. I also am more of a cupcake person, and so I have a lot of cake decorating tips and bags in here for the cupcakes. Again, they were in a Ziploc baggie, or I had them in a colored bin, and I couldn't see what the bin was. And so here I've got all of my cake stuff in this bin, and it's easy to access. And I also used a bin for all of our pumpkin carving tools that we've collected over the years that I don't throw away. And so these bins were also at the 99-cent store for $1. I use one of these bins for all my melting chocolates. I'm also using a bin for all of my egg decorating kits that I buy after Easter, and the Halloween books that you can use the templates for the for cutting out pumpkins. I buy that stuff at the end of each holiday because you can get it 75% off for the following year. And down here, there's kind of a hodgepodge of containers because I did run out of containers last night, and so I just used what I had on hand. And this was a cookie tin that I put all of my cake icing and food coloring in. And we've got all of our sprinkles over here. We've got our chocolates here and just our cake and frostings here. This cabinet I am so super happy with now because before I just always had the packages of my sugar, my salt, coconut I use a lot for cooking in our oatmeal. We've got our brown sugar and we've got our powdered sugar. And they are all labeled and dated with their expiration dates on them. I've got a bin for my all-purpose flour, which I am out of because it was expired. And I've got a bin for my bread flour. In this cabinet here is where I keep our peanut butter, Nutella, jelly, extra sauces. We've got some snacks in here, extra coffee, and we've got our paper plates and oil and plastic items that we use for parties. And like I said, all of the storage containers I picked up at the 99-cent store. Some of the bigger ones, like this one, were $1.99. I didn't mind paying that. I think I picked up 4 of these at $1.99 that I was using for my flour and for my pasta. I also picked up 6 of these that have the top that opens, and I used these as well for rice and cereal. These were also $1.99 a piece. And this container here I used for the powdered sugar, the brown sugar, and the granulated sugar, and my coffee. These were also 99 cents. And these smaller ones were also 99 cents that I used for maybe extra coffee or salt. I used this for my dry beans. And so overall, I think I spent about $40 to reorganize every single pantry in my kitchen here. And I couldn't be happier with the outcome. I think that this is definitely going to help keep this stay organized and uncluttered. Well, everybody, I hope that you enjoyed this video and you liked some of the tips that I picked up and that I found to help keep my pantry a bit more organized. Please give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, stick around a while by clicking that red button for more everything on a budget videos to come. And if you click it again when the bell appears, YouTube will notify you when I'm uploading a new video. You can also follow me on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, and Google+. You can find those links in the description box below. Just click on those links, click follow, and you'll also be notified through social media when I'm uploading a new video or just doing something fun. You can also find my P.O. box in the description box below as well if you're interested in sending me mail and watching me open it up in a video. Until next time, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic day. Happy everything on a budget, happy organizing, and bye for now.